Hi, my name is James King and I'm part of the SEO team here at Click Intelligence. In this video we're going to discuss how to install Google Analytics 4. This is for anybody that does not have a Google Analytics 4 property set up at all but has a Google Analytics universal account. What you need to do is go into Google Analytics, and then if you click to the admin panel at the bottom, you'll notice that you'll have a property section where you can add a GA4 Setup Assistant. So what I need to do is I want to create a new property. We'll click on this and it will go through the process of that. Okay, so let's create and continue. Now we're looking at this as setting up a Google Analytics 4 account from scratch. So we're going to treat this as a new tag. So if we click install a Google tag and then click next. Now Google will give us a number of options here, so it'll tell us how to install our tag, and there are a number of supported platforms for this based on the system that you're using. So the Analytics Config website is built on WordPress, so it'll give us these plugin options as well. But what we want to do is we're going to install this manually. What I'm going to do is with this code we need to copy and paste this into our website. So the instructions are telling us that we need to copy and paste this code, and it needs to go immediately after the head tag element within our HTML code. So what I'm going to do is just going to copy this code, and then within my website I'm going to install this code. So as I'm using WordPress, I'm going to go to my dashboard. Now every website is different how it's set up. So in my case, to install this code in WordPress, I'll go to the theme file editor, and usually the code would live in a header file, so in the header PHP, and then it needs to go immediately after the head tag. So currently I've got my Universal Analytics code installed here, so I'd like to put that directly underneath there, and then I'm going to click update file. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check that. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to load up my website. I'll just check the source code to see if that's in there. So Google has actually implemented that piece of code. Now we need to check this within Google Analytics. So what we'd do is we would go into our Google Analytics. I've just got that screen. It's confirmed it has been set up. So Google's kind of recognized that. Probably the best way to look at this would be to select the accordion, and then we want to go into our GA4 account. Let's just click go to our GA4 property there. Then Google Analytics also has a number of options here that you want to check. What I recommend doing straight off the bat is change the data retention. What we need to do is expand this as much as possible. And so if there is any data, you want to make sure that it's included in there for at least 14 months, and click save once done. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is we're going to find our new Google Analytics 4 account, which is here. So all I've done is I've gone into this drop down here and look for search, and we can find it that's set here. And then we can see that this looks like GA4 because it's got the new infrastructure and settings here for home, reports, explore, advertising, configure. So if I click home, so it's saying that your data collection is active and it may take 24 hours to appear in your analytics account. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to reports and then select real time. Okay, so in the last 30 minutes it's actually seen that we've got a location user here, so it looks like it's actually working, it's pulled through. So I just want to make sure, so I'm going to go back into my analytics web page. I'm going to select a different page such as contact. Yeah, you can see it's pulled the contact through there. That was one I made a couple of minutes ago, so it is pulling through but it's lagging. It's not super quick, or it does take a little bit of time to play catch up, but that's working. So that's our Google Analytics 4 account setup. Ideally you want to get this GA4 code working as soon as possible, because what will happen is when you start adding new data into Google Analytics 4, it will start pretty much from the moment you start tracking. It won't go back previously or import data. I hope that helps, and thanks for watching.